Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Giants. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the 2, here's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
From the ball carrier.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second down and goal. Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Corey Valentine on the return. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Complete to Evan Ingram.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down carry for Barkley. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Back at his 48-yard
line. On second and 12, Jones. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34
yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Ravens' 18-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Flush to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense, and he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Ravens 14, Giants 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On the move to his left. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Gain of 4.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as he'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Result of the play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with a rookie second rounder. It's J.K. Dobbins. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the point.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Yes,
picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. A CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
2nd and 5 at the 37.
A toss play left. There goes Mark Ingram. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Blake Martinez.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, touchdown number 18 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Giants.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones on 1st down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. big-time play, big-time result.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Hey, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Lamar Jackson.
And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. They have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
1st down.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jones, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley,
New York.
Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? the back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants 17.
They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Tucker's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 30.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 3.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
To Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
40. Giants, 25. Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got room. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
At the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
From the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
From the ball carrier.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, Slayton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
New York.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Caught right side, Tate. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
1st and goal.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Raven.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
50. Giants. 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. He's going to let it fly.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jones. Off play action. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
1st and goal.
As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Ravens 50, Giants 32.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?